Yeah, man. Hey, mighty, man. Mighty teacher from the brother, man. All praises. Yo, King, you know you're an Israelite. Yo, King. You know what's going on, man. Around us, what we got a lot of wicked spirits, man. Like my brother said, in this time, they come out from all angles, man. Come out from all angles. You know what I need? I need the book of 1 Samuel. I need 1 Samuel. I need chapter 19. And then get John chapter 10 verse 27. Start at verse 20.
Alright, this is 1 Samuel 19 verse 20. And Saul sent messengers to take David, and when they saw the company of the prophets prophesying, and Samuel standing as appointed over them, the spirit of power was upon the messengers of Saul, and they also prophesied.
And what?
And they also prophesied.
Yeah, man, look, the spirit, man. They was meant to come and get David, man. But the spirit just said, nah, you know what? The Most High, that's how you don't have free will. Their will was to find David. They really wanted to go, and that's what their mission was to do. That was, you know what I mean? But the Most High ordered their steps to stop looking for David. You don't have free will. You gotta prophesy now. That's what the Most High done to us spiritually. He says, yo, we gotta stop going out there looking to kill our brother, looking to, you know what I mean, hurt one another. You gotta prophesy, man. Go on, keep it in. He's gonna keep.
Verse 21. And when it was told Saul, he sent other messengers, and they prophesied likewise.
Yeah, so it was like, yo, Saul found out the guys you went to go kill David didn't do nothing. They were Samuel, man. Oh. They're at camp. They're holding camp. One's got the posters, one's handing out the flyers, one's reading. You know what I mean? That's how they move. One's holding up the leaflets and that. They're all in order, man. Oh. Being a body for the word, man. Go on.
Right. And Saul sent messengers again the third time, and they prophesied also.
Oh, a third time. You know, like, trick me once, shame on me. Trick me twice. You know what I mean? Shame on you, man. You know what I mean? That's how it goes, man. Look, the Most High is tricking him. The Most High is tricking King Saul, man. So you ain't got powers to do anything. You can't go for David. Love your brother, man. Just keep it. Look, even now it reads.
Verse 22. Then went he also to Ramah, and came to a great wall, and came to a great well that is in Sechu. And he asked and said, where are Samuel and David? And no one said, behold. No, Slakia. And one said, behold, they be at Naioth in Ramah. And he went thither to Naioth in Ramah.
So said, I'm gonna go over there, man. Let me go find see what's going on myself, man.
Power was upon him also.
What?
And the spirit of power was upon him also.
Yeah, like the guy that you said he's from Bulgaria, but who knows, man? You know what I mean? The spirit jumped on him, man. Just to say, yo, I'm gonna go over there. They're handing out Bibles. Get a Bible from those guys and come and read it with the people that, you know what I mean? Like, you're not even using it properly. You're not even using it, man. Let me take it off your hands and read it with the brothers that are reading it, man.
And he went thither unto Naioth, and the spirit of power was upon him also. And he went on and prophesied until he came to Naioth Ramah.
Yeah, that's it on that, man. Yeah, so King Saul went and done it, man. King Saul went and read the Bible with the prophets, man. And his heart wasn't on looking for David anymore. You know what I mean? Come on.
John 7 and 27. This is the book of John, chapter 10 and verse 27. My sheep hear my voice, and I know them, and they follow me.
And they what?
And they follow me.
Yeah, he knows who the sheep are. We don't know. He says that there's tares amongst the wheat. Gather them together. Now, how are we going to know the tares from the wheat? He's like, no, that's not for you to understand the tares amongst the wheat. You don't get to choose who the Israelites are. You don't say, yeah, he's an Israelite, he's not an Israelite. It's the Spirit, the Word, gets to chooses them, man. And the Spirit jumps on them, man. So we gotta use this. This is all Scripture is given inspiration, man, to understand, man, and doctrine to understand. When we read it, that's how we understand. No one out here is saying that we've only come to talk to so-called black people, man. We're not saying we only come for a color. We're against the color schemes, man. There's dark Indians. Are they called black men? There's dark a lot of people, man. They're not called black. You understand? So we gotta understand why we're coming out here, man. So-called blacks, the ones that are being persecuted and been given that name as an oppression. Give me that John 15. We're in John already. And sister, you could have heard the word. You didn't have to run off. You understand? Because you walk, you don't even know when you're coming. You're right here. You didn't have to go anywhere. You made an excuse to run away from the word of a Mashiach YAHAWASHI. Bring it up.
This is the book of John chapter 15 and verse 15. Henceforth, I call you not servant, but for the servant knows not what he's not doing.
Yeah, so you don't know. You don't know, man. The Most High put the Spirit on all flesh. Give me that in Joel chapter 2.
But I have called you friends, for all things that I have heard from my Father, I have made known unto you. Ye have not chosen me, but I have chosen you.
That's the point, man. You don't get to choose. We don't get to choose who the chosen people are. The Most High knows who they are, man. He knows that our forefathers, they love juice up the other gallem like our King Solomon, man. So through the seed line of the fathers, he knows who they are, man. You're going to look at them and call him a heathen or a Caucasian. But the Most High knows that's your brother. Right?
And ordained you that you should go and bring forth fruit, and that your fruit should be that should remain, that whatsoever ye shall ask for of the Father in my name, he may give it to you.
Yeah, that's why we ask the Most High for the heathens, man. We ask the Most High for the uttermost places of the earth, man. And don't, these guys drinking early in the morning, that's a man. This spirit right now is the spirit of mirth, man. And give me that. I'd rather go to the Ecclesiastes, right? I'd rather go to the house of, and go to the house of, you got that, yeah?
This is Proverbs 20 verse 24. Man's goings are of Yahawah.
So there's no free will. No one has got, I have got the will to do this, this is my will. Everyone walks according to the Most High.
Man's goings are of Yahawah. How can man then understand his own way? How then can a man understand his own way?
Men don't understand their own ways. Certain times, when we met the brother Tazapar, man, the first time we met him, he himself didn't even understand what he was doing in Seven Sisters, man. You know what I mean? When I first spoke, when I saw my brother your iPad in Speaker's Corner, he didn't know he was going to see me that day. He didn't have my phone number. He's like, no, I'm just going to go there, and hopefully the Most High put our steps and made our steps cross paths, man. We didn't understand that we was going to see each other. He had it in his thought process. He might have prayed upon it, and then that's how the Most High manifested, man. So yeah, the same way with like Moses, right? He says, don't worry, I've got Aaron there to help you. The Most High knows your steps. He knows what you pray for and what you ask for, man. What you ask of him, man. But Shema Mashiach Yahusha.
This is the book of Joel 2 verse 28. And it shall come to pass afterward that I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh. That I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh.
All flesh, man. Everybody. Israelite, Gentile, heathen, Jew, Greek, everybody has a spirit on them. And the Most High ordains it. He wrote Revelations to tell you, I know what's going to happen in them days. He knows what you're going to do, man. He knows the ones that are going to love their brother, the ones that are going to red eye, the ones that are going to get in a car crash. He knows what you're going to do before you get in your accidents or you find glory, man.
And your sons and your daughters shall prophesy. Your old men shall dream dreams. Your young men shall see visions. And also upon the servants and upon the handmaids in those days will I pour out my spirit.
Yeah, so the servants and handmaids, man. Even the ones that are not, you think, oh, what, they're not Israelites. No, they've got a spirit on them to create the RFID chip, man. To create the nuclear weapons, man. The Bible doesn't say RFID chip, but it says you gotta have it in your hand or your forehead. That's what you see Elon Musk creating right now. That's the Most High knows about charagma. He knew about the itching. He knew it was biblical. You can't take and diminish the omnipotency of the Most High's understandings to think he won't know that. Imagine he's going to say the whole world's going to have it. Why wouldn't he know that in the scriptures? Why wouldn't he know that? Why wouldn't there be a verse in the Bible if the whole world ends up getting it and that's not biblical and that's not in the Bible? Why wouldn't it say that plain upon tables, man? It says, it doesn't say nuclear weapons. Alright? It doesn't say ICBM missiles. But we know the flesh, the eyes shall deteriorate, the tongue shall deteriorate from the body. That is what happens during a nuclear weapon. So it's plain to them that have the spirit to understand, man. Give me that. Go to that in quickly, quick preset. Go to that's on it. Go quick preset. Go to Proverbs. No, hold that. Go to Proverbs 1. Go to Job 11 and 6. Cool. Yeah, listen. Just stand a little bit. Yeah, cool. Hear the word, man. That's good, man. You want to hear the word?
Where you were? This is Proverbs 1 verse 1. The Proverbs of Solomon, the son of David, king of Israel, to know wisdom.
To know what? To know wisdom.
And instruction, to perceive the words of understanding, to receive the instruction of wisdom, justice and judgments and equity, to give subtlety to the simple, to the young man knowledge and discretion. A wise man will hear and will increase learning, and a man of understanding shall attain unto wise counsel. To understand a proverb and the interpretation, the words of the wise and their dark sayings.
Yeah, so there's sayings in the Bible that some man might not understand, like charagma. You know what I mean? Simple and plain, man. This was just simple and plain.
This is the book of Job, chapter 11 and verse 6. And that he will show thee the secrets of wisdom, that they are double to that which is. No, therefore, power accepted of that less than iniquity desiring.
So yeah, some people it's too strong for them to understand. Some people, the Most High hasn't given them that understanding, man. They can have all the breakdowns, but they hear one verse, and the Most High just doesn't give them the spirit to understand that one verse. You know what I mean? They'll come up with so much babbling, revealing, and strife for that one verse, because the Most High just never gave you that understanding to know that one, man. Remember, no one's gonna be saying that we know all of them either. You know what I mean? But we can hold our hands up. But we're gonna do what? Go precept upon precept, man. Alright? In the olden days, what they done with the masters, they put an ill in they gave the master. Get it? Because there's someone might say we ain't got a precept for we ain't got a precept in the Torah. It's Exodus, yeah. They'll say we ain't got a precept in the Torah to show where the certain man wanted to love their masters so much. You know what I mean? They wanted to stay with their masters, man. You know what I mean?
This is the book of Job, this is the book of Job, chapter 29 and verse 16. I was a father to the poor, and the cause which I knew not, I searched out.
Yeah, man. If we don't know something, we're gonna search it out. And there's another one I found the other day. It's over here. Yeah, here it is. 28 and 27.
This is the book of Job, chapter 28 and verse 27. Then did he see it and declare it. He prepared it, yea, and searched it out.
And what?
And searched it out.
Yeah, man. We prepared it. We got it ready. You know what I mean? We had a lesson. We sat together. We searched it out. Now show us the precept where they had a certain following Babylon, or they followed Babylon. Right? Let's read.
This is the book of Exodus 21 and verse 5. And if the servant shall plainly say, I love my master.
So this is plain. If you say you want to stay in this world and conform to this world,
I love my master, my wife, and my children. I will not go out free. Then his master shall bring him unto the judges, and he shall also bring him to the door and unto the doorpost, and his master shall bore his ear through with an awl.
So there you go. That's an itching of the flesh. That's going in and boring his ear with an earring. And that earring now signifies that this is this person's slave. He belongs to me. You know, like you get a branding. This is in the Torah, that there was, the guy says, I don't want to leave my master, I want to stay, and in retrospect, let's just say, I want to get the RFID chip, so I can buy and sell. You know what I mean? It's like there's nothing new under the sun. The things that are going to happen, is either you can either stay in your slave mind and get your earring, or get, the same way you can stay in your slave mind and get an RFID chip, huh? There's nothing new under the sun. Look, pick it up, look, there it is there. And what they would do, they would put it in the nose. They would even put one in the forehead. Look, that's one that will go into the foreheads. Look, even in Egypt's time, there's nothing new under the sun. Understand? That's what they was doing with the vaccination thing. They was pushing the thing right up the nozzle, and so it can get into the cranium, pioneer glands, or whatever they want to call it. Understand? So yeah, but your questions with the drinking and the smoking and all of this around us, that's very disrespectful, man. I didn't want to say something, but you know, we don't respect it. You hope you see us holding Bibles. That is very dishonorable. You understand? So King, did you have any questions? Did you wanna?
No, I'm just listening.
You're feeling the vibes, yeah? So what's your take on it? Do you know, you know about the Israelites. You've seen us before.
Yeah, it's not about the mic, it's talking to you.
So what's your, like, what do you get, guys? Have you got any, like, stumbling blocks? Have you got any, like, issues or contentions with anything? Like, some people say, oh, it's the white man's book, or you might not like the fact that, you know what I mean, women have to be in a certain order. Is there anything you don't kind of, you rebuttal? You agree with the Khan, man. Give me the Isaiah 8 and 20, man. Khan, the brother said I agree with it. Oh, man, beautiful, man. Hear this word.
This is Isaiah 8 and verse 20. To the law and to the testimony, if they speak not according to this word, it is because there is no light in them.
Proverbs said it plainly, man. In Proverbs 13:13. I said, look, I agree with all of it, man. Mighty, man. You have a round of applause, man. Yo, there's not many, man. Give me that in Proverbs, Psalms 94 and verse 16.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 13 and verse 13. Whoso despiseth the word shall be destroyed, but he that feareth the commandment shall be renewed,
Shall be
shall be rewarded,
Shall be what?
shall be rewarded.
The Bible will receive reward, man. You that fear of the Lord, keep the commandments, will receive a reward, man. That like be rewarded, man. It just makes sense. It's plain. It's plain to them. Give me that in Isaiah 11 and 3.
This is the book of Psalms 94 verse 16. Who will rise up for me against the evildoers? Or who will stand up for me against the workers of iniquity? Unless Yahawah had been my help, my soul had almost dwelt in silence.
Your part of it now is to study, find out so that no one can put any a wool over your eyes. You understand? You go deeper, because what they will do, you'll get a challenge from all different religions and sources of information and knowledge of this world to try and bring you down to say this is not the truth. Sirach chapter 2. Alright, Sirach chapter 2. And you got Isaiah 11. Yeah, Isaiah 11 and 3.
This is the book of Isaiah chapter 11 verse 3. And shall make him a quick understanding.
And shall what?
And shall make him of a quick
The
understanding.
Most High will make certain people of a quick understanding. Some of them might not get it overnight. Some of them you might have to trials, and it digs into them. But the Most High, who he's looking for, are the ones that say, you know what, Christmas, that's wrong, man. That doesn't make sense. It's not biblical, man. You know what I mean? Y'all them walking around with the whorish thing, that doesn't just sit right when I see my daughter wearing the damn tightest leggings. Man, them are looking at my daughter and I want to box him down. But you're advocating for it. You know what I mean? That tickles your eye when you look at a gal and you want to get them gal there. You don't want your wife to wear that outside on the roads. You want her to wear the virtuous thing, so man don't look at her and get a little tickle of his eye. You know what I mean? So the same thing you're going to want for your sister, your mother, your daughter, your aunties, your cousins. You're going to want that from them as well. So that's where take the beam out of your eye. That's the lust of the flesh. That's what you wean off from the old man and try to put on the new vibes. That's the fight you get with Satan, with this world. You get me, the spiritual fight. Alright, go on, bro. Make him of a quick understanding.
Make him of a quick understanding in the fear of the Lord, and he shall not judge after the sight of his eyes, neither reprove after the hearing of his ears.
Yeah, because you're gonna know what you was there at one stage. So you're gonna come and bring it, and not judge after the sight of the eye, you'll judge after the heart. Because man judge according to the eye. Like how Samuel, when he went to go look for Jesse's children to be a king, he looked at the older brothers and judged after the sight of the eye. You don't judge that. They said, the Most High said, I ain't choosing this guy because he's big and strong. I ain't choosing him. You're choosing after some carnal-minded thing. I want David. I want the one that's with the shepherd boy. He's been killing lions and that, and fighting bears for the sheep. Like. Get me? Different vibration on David. That is what you judge. You judge after the vibration of the spiritual vibration, not after the sight of the eye. That's the quick understanding that you'll have. Give me that in, give me Isaiah now. You're in Isaiah, right? Give me 11. I mean, 53. Isaiah 53. This is how it goes, bro. When we come into the knowledge of the truth, we got to kind of change that old man and the old ways.
Read that, bro.
On the top, yeah?
On the top.
This is the book of Isaiah chapter 53 and verse 1. Who have believed in our report?
So who believes in the report? Do you know that? There's a question mark there. Who believes in this report? Who believes in this report? Who believes in this? No, because there's Israelites that call themselves Jamaican. There's Israelites that you know what I mean, do Satanism and do voodoo and voodoo. Alright, in the aspects it's talking about the elect. The elect, the 144,000. They believe in this report to the T. Understand? They're on another vibration. What?
And to whom is the arm of the Lord revealed?
Yes, so the Most High is going to reveal it to his elect, his chosen, and to the ones that want to keep laws, statutes, and commandments. Not a trick question, but more precisely, it's for this is all for the elect's sake. They're the ambassadors or the future judges and rulers of, you know what I mean, with the Messiah. You get me?
on the top, yeah? Yeah. This is Sirach 2 verse 1. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thyself for temptation.
Yeah, when you first come to serve the Most High, prepare for the spirits in all angles, man. Go on.
Set thy heart aright and constantly endure.
Do what?
And constantly endure. And make not haste in time of trouble. Cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end.
That's what it's about. Enduring, staying focused, finding out what is it I need to do. How do I become an ambassador? Remember it says, you won't keep silent. You know what I mean? I would have been silent if I didn't know that I was an Israelite. I would have been on the roads if I didn't know I was an Israelite. I would have been my gang. My old school gang members walked by just now and said, yes, Israelite. You know what I mean? But because why? I'm not silent to tell them. They know now I've changed up my vibes. Understand? This is what it's about, kid. You know what I mean? If you got any questions, how do you serve the Lord? Beautiful question, man. Give me that in Deuteronomy chapter 10 and verse 12.
Deuteronomy chapter 10 and verse 12.
Deuteronomy 10 and 12, right?
And now Israel, what doth the Lord thy God require of thee?
The Most High, if you have a job, you're gonna get your what do you call it? Your routine. You got a description, job description, job requirements, right?
Yeah. And now Israel, what doth the Lord thy God require of thee, but to fear the Lord thy God, to walk in all his ways.
What?
To walk in all his ways.
To serve the Lord is to walk in all his ways.
And to love him.
And what?
And to love him. And to serve the Lord thy God with all thy heart and with all thy soul. To keep the commandments of the Lord and his statutes which I command thee this day for thy good.
For what?
For thy good.
So it's not even a bad thing. So to keep the commandments, there's nothing negatory about that. When it says man and man do not sleep together as you sleep with a woman, that is not a negative thing. So it's all good. Alright, it says if anything dies of itself, don't eat that. Give that to the heathens to eat. That is, them man can eat it. The Africans can eat it. You know what I mean? The East, them man can have it. You know what I mean? The Caucasian, they can eat it. Sell it to them if they make some money from it. But don't eat it you don't eat it. That's not a bad thing. The Most High kind of loves us. The Most High really loves us. You understand?
This is the book of 1 John chapter 5 and verse 3. For this is the love of God.
But what?
For this is the love of God.
So we're in the New Testament now. Because a lot of the Christians, well, so-called Christians, because they don't follow Christ. You know what I mean? They would, why I say they don't follow Christ is because Christ keeps the Passover, he keeps the Feast of Unleavened Bread, he keeps the Feast of Dedications. They don't even know what that means. You got a Pentecostal church, you will tell them, what is the Pentecost? They don't keep the Feast of the Pentecost, but they're called the Pentecostal church. Hypocrisy. You understand? Madness, bro. It's madness. Pentecost is an actual feast day. Yeah, it's a feast day. It's the time of Pentecost. Alright, these are the things. It's in the Leviticus. Alright? Leviticus, when we're meant to keep the Pentecost, you understand? Alright, go on, read.
This is the book of 1 John chapter 5 and verse 3. For this is the love of God, that we keep his commandments.
What's in the New Testament?
That we keep his commandments.
Is this the Old Testament?
That we keep his commandments. And his commandments are not grievous.
And his commandments ain't even hard to keep. They're not grievous. You understand? So keeping the commandments, it says we must keep the feast days. That's in the commandments. Now, they're keeping up with paganism, man. Look, I don't know. I don't even know if that's a church. it's got a churchy vibration over there, man. I believe that's a church, man. I don't know. That could be a church over there, man. You know what I mean? And the church, where does it say in the Bible wear red hats with little noddy things on the top, man? That is not in the Bible, man. Brother, you know what I'm saying, Israelite. You know what I'm saying. Big up yourself, Israelite. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's what we're dealing with. We're dealing with being the Most High's ambassadors for hearing His word.
So to serve the Lord, I just got to make us come.
To serve the Lord, you just got to, it's simple, it's easy. That's how you love Him. If He loves you and you keep it. Give me that in Exodus. He loves you if you keep the commandments. Because He doesn't love, give me that you don't love this Sirach 10. Have you got a Bible app on your phone? Yeah. Good, first step, brother. First step. Fearing the Lord. Type in KJVA. Put KJV, that's King James Version, but put A at the end for the Maccabee books and that. So, you know what I mean? KJVA. Right? Exodus chapter 20 and verse 6.
It's in Exodus 20 and verse 6. And showing mercy unto thousands of them that love me and keep my commandments.
And showing mercy unto thousands. He doesn't show mercy unto, how many are in the world, bro? God so loved the world, right? That's what they say. For God so loved the world, right? That's what we say. But we know that there's over 7 billion people on the world. That's what they estimate. Only showing mercy unto thousands. Didn't even say millions. Wait, let me hear that again. You didn't know.
This is Exodus 20 and verse 6. And showing mercy unto thousands,
Unto millions.
unto thousands,
There's 7 billion.
unto thousands,
God so loved the world.
unto thousands of them that love me and keep my commandments.
He's only showing mercy unto thousands that love Him and keep the commandments. Last time I checked the Christianity, there's got millions in Christianity, man. But there's only thousands that love Him and keep the commandments. If you don't love Him, you're doing a mad thing. Give me that in Psalm 14. If you don't love the Most High and believe in the Most High, you're doing everything crazy in your life. You got that one? Yeah.
This is the book of Sirach chapter 12 and verse 6. For the Most High hateth sinners.
For the what?
For the Most High hateth sinners.
Now in the church they will say, God loves the sinner and hates the sin. What did the Bible say?
For the Most High hateth sinners, and will repay vengeance unto the ungodly.
There's a vengeance for the ungodly. There's a vengeance for the sinners, man. The Most High hates sinners, man. They would say God loves the sinner and hates the sin. And He loves the world. God so loves the world. They don't read the Bible, man. And that's why they don't come up against the Israelites. They try really hard to try and go against God's word. That's the Antichrist, man. For you to make up your own, do we make it up? Do we try and interpret it? We just say, God hates the sinners. Simple and plain, done. Don't try and wiggle your way to try and change that. That we were saying with the RFID chip. It's a character. It says everyone's going to buy and sell. You can't buy and sell with philosophies. People try and say that the mark of the beast is the philosophy of Babylon.
But do you remember?
I can't go to the shop and say, I've got this philosophy that I feel that I worship Satan and so let me buy this. You can't go in the shop and buy things with philosophy. So it says that there's going to be a thing in your hand, you go on the bus, beep, you go in the shop, I want this beans and eggs, beep, you got to buy it and it's going to have something inside your hand or in your forehead. You understand? That's simple and plain. There's no trying to wiggle and trying to change it about. And you would call the Most High mad because we're seeing it happen today. Hey, my guy, look, this is the devil. This is the devil. This is Satan that is messing about. Give me that in Mark 4 and 14.
Go, show us again.
This is the book of Mark, chapter 4, verse 14.
Bring it up.
The sower soweth the word,
The sower soweth the word.
and these are they that by the wayside,
And these are they that are by the wayside.
where the word is sown.
So this is what the Most High wants us to do. The Most High wants us to come out here and sow the word. Alright?
Even more reason to be grateful.
But when they have heard, Satan cometh immediately.
What?
Satan cometh immediately,
This is Satan that came immediately. Go on.
and taketh away the word that is sown in their heart.
And does what?
And taketh away the word that is sown in their heart.
So look, he's trying to take away the word that is sown in your heart, brother. You got all of these distractions. This guy come out of nowhere. These guys come out of nowhere to take away the word. Because like we said, we're not wiggling our way to interpret it differently. We're just bringing it out plain up on table. Right? And they're drinking so early in the morning, man. Everybody that we've noticed come up here today has just out these birds. And they said, what? It's the last days. He said it. He said it. It's the last days.
It's the last night.
I don't know. So yeah, that's why even with Sarat too, when you come to serve the Lord, Yahawah, there's gonna be temptations, there's gonna be distractions. You might get it through your family members. You might get it through your other half, your missus, your children, your work. Yeah, like no, you can't get them Sabbath days off. You might get it in so much different distractions. Right? And this is one of them. But what it is, we commend you, man, because you're steadfast.
God,
You
show
don't let
some
nothing
gospel.
waver
Show
you.
some
Yeah.
gospel in a rasta.
It's all good, bro. It's all good. Alright, remember we told you to download the KJVA. Yeah? Yeah, the A stands for Apocrypha. Show him an Apocrypha, get him the book, get him the written. So there's a Bible, right? The Bible is a constellation of 66 books, right? But this is the Apocrypha, and this will be in, you got a KJV, but this is taken out of the KJV. Because in the beginning of the book, see here, right? It's got the Old Testament, the Tanakh, the Torah, the Tanakh. The Torah are the first 5 books. Right? Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy. Those are written the first books of Moses, right? Then you got the Tanakh, and the prophets and the history, and the kings and the James, the kings, the Samuels, right? That's called the Tanakh, the prophets. Then you got the Apocrypha. Now these are historically, most of it is historically divided in order. You know what I mean? So this would be the time before the Romans came in. Because the Messiah, he was in captivity with the Romans, with the Caesars. But before the Romans was who? The Greeks. Where is that? Look, show him here. You see this? There was the Babylonian Empire with Daniel, Jeremiah, right? Then it was the Persians, right? Then it was the Grecians, Alexandria, understand? And then it was the Romans. That's the time of the Messiah. And now we're in this time. So this Bible has historical, these are the different captivities that we're in. Right? So this Bible that we're reading is historical book. That's why everyone will use it. The Muslims will use it. Everyone uses it, man. The Egyptians, the Shadow Nephilim, them man, they use it. Right? They use it because it's an historical book. It's not just, it is just for the Israelites, but it's our ancestors telling the story about us. That's why a lot of them make up their own religions. So when we use that, we said, remember that we said about the Feast of Dedications. The Messiah himself kept the Feast of Dedications. I get that, get that. You know where it is? Go to John chapter 10, verse 20. So John 10:22 will show us that this book is validated. We need to read it.
This is the book of John 10 verse 22, and it was at Jerusalem, the feast of the dedication, and it was winter.
So you see that? Winter time is the feast of dedication. We're in winter now. So we got the dedication around these times. You understand? So the feast of dedication, what is that about? Right? We're gonna have to read the Maccabees now. We're gonna have to read that book.
Go back.
That red book that we'll show. Where is it?
It's Old Testament, the Maccabees.
It's not in the normal Bible. It's the time of the Maccabeans. It's in this book. Now get what Apocrypha means quickly.
Maccabees is the Old
You got
Testament.
chapter 5. That's what chapter 5.
Chill out.
Show him what the word. Hey, have a look at this. This is what the word Apocrypha means. Read that.
So it says the word Apocrypha, which means hidden or secret, is used to distinguish religious writings that are not considered.
So basically, he took it.
Basically,
Missing.
they are
Apocrypha
brothers.
in Greek means missing or hidden. So this Bible has got missing books. You know what I mean? So we now have what we've done. We've got the KJV 1611 that has it already inside. The Levitican Church have this book inside. Jamaicans were not allowed to have the Maccabees. We was getting persecuted or killed for having this book. You understand? The dad used to say the Maccabees, it's a powerful book. They will say it brings out witchcraft or spells or voodoo and that. No, it's the Caucasians trying to confuse us, to scare us from reading this book, man.
You're gonna hate me because I'm white.
You're not white, you're pink. My book is white. Look, it's white pages. You're pink, man, right? I'm not colorblind. I can see colors very well. Your top's red, your boots are brown, your jacket's black, your skin is pink, man, right? So don't lie to me.
Thank you for that.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're
And I
welcome.
wish
Because we're
you-
advocates for the truth.
I wish you. No.
Yeah, it's not separate. But it's quite a beautiful question. The same way we told you to download the app, it's got it all together. But this Bible, you get this from Amazon, get it from bookshop, Bible stores. Yeah. Others have got some books like that. You know what I mean? It's not hard. You give it. Because the Bibles are going to be extinct soon. They're going to burn the Bibles, bro.
God bless you guys.
Because
No,
you know what it
they're
is?
not gonna bring the Bible.
They hide this from us.
No.
Give me that in Psalms 83. Was there anything the Bible told us? Dedications. We're going to show you. We're going to read the book of why we have the dedications, right?
This is the book of First Maccabees. This is the book of First Maccabees, chapter 4 and verse 36. Then said Judas and his brethren, behold, our enemies have discomfited. Let us go up and cleanse, and to cleanse, and to cleanse, and to the sanctuary. Upon this all the host assembled themselves together and went up to the Mount Zion.
Guess what?
And when they saw the sanctuary desolate, and the altars profaned, and the gates burnt up, and the scribes going out of the court.
So they saw the weeds growing out. You know that it wasn't taken care of. It was broken down, desolate. It went back to their own home where the Levites, the priests, would keep up with the righteous vibrations, the temple. And it was looking trash. It was looking mash up, burn up. Weeds growing in there, right?
As in a forest or in one of the mountains, they and the priests chambers pulled down. They rent their clothes and made great lamentations and cast ashes upon their heads.
So yeah, they was pissed, they was upset, start crying, rent clothes, you know what I mean?
Angry. They were angry. Yeah.
And fell down flat on the ground upon their face and blew an alarm with the trumpet and cried towards heaven. And Judas appointed certain men to fight against those that were in the fortress until he had cleansed the sanctuary. So they chose priests to blaspheme or blameless conversation, such as a person in the law, pleasure in the law, who cleansed the sanctuary and fed out the defiled stones into the unclean place. And as they consulted what to do with the altar of burnt offering, which was profaned, they thought to best to pull it down, lest it should be a reproach to them, because the heathen have defiled it, wherewith they pulled it down.
Look, imagine you can't burn pork on the altar, they might have put pork on the altar. So it's like, what should we do with this old altar? You know what? Just so we don't put clean things on top of it, and it's already been used for unclean, let's just renovate. Let's just refurbish it. Take it out, get a fresh thing. I mean, get some holy men that was blameless in their conversations, weren't coming out, you know what I mean? Let them sort it out.
Verse 46, and laid up stones in the mountains of the temple in the covenant place until they, in the convenient place until there should come a prophet to show what should be done with them. Then they took.
Basically, we can read the whole chapter, but this is the time when they rededicated the temple and they burnt lights. For a certain amount of time, they burnt the lights, the menorah. If you know what I'm saying, there's a menorah, right? And they burnt the candlesticks, right? And they rededicated the temple, right? Of like, yo, we took this back. We had warriors that was. Give me that in 1 Maccabees chapter 3. We had warriors in these times that were fighting. Understand? And go to verse 18. Chapter 3, verse 18.
This is the book of 1 Maccabees chapter 3 and verse 18. Unto whom Judas answered, it is not hard matter for many to be shut up in the hands of a few.
Yeah, it's not hard for many people to get mashed up by a few. If you got the right battle, what they call it? Formation. You know, like how they would have everyone with their shields, everyone's holding up their shields, right? Like, have you watched Spartans? The 300 Spartans. It wasn't hard for 300 to take on a big fat army. What they done, they minimized, they went to a certain location to minimize the amount of people they had to fight. They weren't getting come from the sides, they weren't getting come from the back. So what they done, they used their military formation and their strength and their wisdom and their faith and faith in the Most High to destroy. Those Spartans you see, they are Israelites. This is the Spartans we're reading about in the book of Maccabees. That story isn't a hoax tale or a fairy tale or a Greek custom. It's the custom of the Israelites. Alright, we'll show you that.
And with the God of heaven, it is all one, and delivered with a great multitude and a small company.
Yeah, many times David brought down many. One man can kill 10,000. Right? There's many times in the Bible it says one shall chase 1,000 and two of them shall chase down 10,000. Right? Right? Samson easily killed 1,000 Philistines on his own. Right? There's not, being an Israelite, it's easy for us to break down many people. That's what they're scared of. That's why they want to burn the Bible soon. When we find our God, right, the God of Abraham, Isaac and Jacob, when we find him, we start praising him, our houses are in order, our women, our children are in order, then that's going to be scary for the other nations. Because they're going to know that the Most High is going to start dealing with us. Yeah.
For the victory of battle standeth not in the multitude of an host, but strength coming from heaven. They come against us much in pride and iniquity to destroy us and our wives and children and to spoil us. But we fight for our lives and our laws.
But we what?
But we fight for our lives and our laws.
That's what we fight for. That's what they was fighting for, man. Their lives and their laws. Keep reading.
Verse 22. Wherefore the Lord himself will overthrow them before our faces.
So the Most High will use us to overthrow them. We don't overthrow them personally. The Most High is going to use the men of the Lord to overthrow them. He says we are his battle axe and weapons of war. You understand? Yeah, that's it.
That's a right here. You sound like here. I'm a child. But I need the words and words. Three young man, what they're saying here, but I'm not proud. What they're saying, what they feel in my spirit, that I follow, what they're laying down.
Brother, you know what we want to say to our brother? What's your nationality, brother? What's your nationality? Jamaican. What's your nationality?
I'm a descendant of the African descendants.
Huh? Italy, yeah? So whether you're Jamaican, Italian,
African descendant,
all right?
like yourself.
Maybe you're Jamaican, it's Italian.
I'm Kush.
Your
kingdom.
Okay, it's Kush, right? The Most High says that we're going to come out of all of these different places. We're going to come out of Italian places. We're going to come out of Cushite places. We're going to come out of Paphos. Understand? Give me that in Isaiah 11 and 11. Because what it is the spirit of this. Alright, big man. But look, when we're teaching, you don't talk over the teacher. You understand?
Who's the teacher then?
I am a teacher. To teach the people the Bible. Yeah, but you can teach yourself over in the corner for a minute. Because I'm teaching. You don't go into the science class teaching maths. You understand? Isaiah 11 and 11.
This is the book of Isaiah chapter 11 and 11. And it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall set his hand again a second time.
So the first time he took his hand and brought them out of the land of Egypt. You understand? Read.
A second time to recover the remnant of his people which shall be left from Assyria and from Egypt and from Paphos and from Cush and from Elam.
So brother, Jamaica means the land of wood and water. Jamaica means the land of wood and water. So the Bible says that there are people, we don't know our heritage and we don't know our ancestors because we've been discontinued from our traditions. Now our traditions is the bookies, our traditions is a Lodi and a Dominoes and a Ray Nephew and a big ganja split. That's not our traditions. The God of Abraham, Isaac and Jacob, they've got the Feast of Dedications, they've got the Pentecost, they've got the Feast of Tabernacles, they'll be doing tents, the Feast of Trumpets. These are our what you call the rave or the dance hall. We don't have that. We have feast days that are mightier than that. Right? You're Israelite. Right? So yeah. Where was we now? Psalms. Oh, do you want the map or the Matthews? Yeah. But some people might say, oh yeah. A lot of people are saying, oh, we're color coded. We only deal with color codes. The Bible specifically said that our people are going to come out of different nations, man. So we know that it's a spiritual thing. When? Because we got the Iska tribes. There's the Iska tribe in Somalia. There's different tribes in Somalia. Have you heard of the Iska?
Yeah, I know.
Alright, there's different tribes in Uganda. There's different tribes in Nigeria. Alright, not all the tribes are Nilotic. Because to be a Luo or Nilotic means you're from the Hamitic people, the Kushite tribes, or the Sudanese and the Puttites, the Mitzrayim. But to be from the Israelites, you come from Shem, you come from Abraham, Isaac, Jacob. There's a difference. But we might look alike, but we are not the same. Many times, Israelites got confused for Egyptians. That's why the Messiah doesn't look like a Caucasian. He wouldn't be able to hide in Egypt from King Herod.
That's right.
He had to have looked like them, like a Cushite, like an Egyptian. You understand? And we'll show you that. Give me Acts 21. Give me Acts 21. Give me Amos. Then what are you holding? The tares. You want to bring out the tares? Let's bring out the tares for edification's sake. We're going to show you the tares among the wheat.
Yo, by the way, you have wrong black from my country, you know? Alright, my guy. Yeah?
This is the book of Matthew 13 and verse 24.
Listen, brother, please, listen. Don't worry about it. This is what we read, the Bible, the words.
Matthew 13:24, and another parable he put forth unto them, saying, the kingdom is like unto a man which soweth good seed in his field. But while men slept, his enemy came and sowed tares among the wheat.
Enemies came in, took our women and started to lie with them, and now there's people like Bob Marley that we think are our people, but they're not our people. That is now a tear, because his ancestors are the slave masters. They're called the Edomites of the Bible. They're not Jacob, because Jacob he loves and Esau he hates. Understand? Bob Marley's father is from the Caucasians, and the God hates them. Understand? Simple and plain. So as much as Bob Marley wants to sing and dance and talk about Israelites, movement of Jah people, it doesn't matter. You're not an Israelite. You're an Edomite. Yeah, your children are Edomites. Your grandchildren are Edomites. They're not getting in the kingdom as much as they want to talk about liberty and all of this. That's a religion. We are a nation according to who your father is. That's why we tell our men don't deal with their women, and our women don't deal with their men. Simple and plain. Alright, go on.
This is Matthew 13:36. Then YAHAWASHI sent the multitude away.
After he told the people the parable, he sent the multitude away so he can deal with his brothers again, his 12 disciples, right?
And went into the house, and his disciples came unto him, saying, declare unto this the parable of the tares of the field.
So they wanted to know, what was that tares thing about? You know what I mean?
He answered and said unto them, he that soweth the good seed is the Son of Man. The field is the world. The good seed are the children of the kingdom.
The good seed are the Israelites. The kingdom is for Israel, right?
But the tares are the children of the wicked one.
Tares are the children of the wicked one.
The enemy that sowed them is the devil.
What?
The enemy that sowed them is the devil.
No, it's the deceivers, the other nations have come in, taken our wives. That's what we read in the Maccabees. They've come to take our wives and to destroy us. Now, let's get that again. Let's get it again. Go to Maccabees. You understand? You see what I'm trying to say now? They've done that many times where they've come in and taken our wives and destroyed our children. Alright, go to Maccabees chapter 2, yeah. It says, and yeah, you see it. Yeah. Start at 9.
This is the book of 1 Maccabees chapter 2 and verse 9. Our glorious vessels are carried away into captivity.
So that means our glorious vessels, meaning the Israelites, is the Most High glorious vessels, right?
Her infants are slain in the streets. Her young men with the sword of the enemy.
Look, that's what's happened to our people, right?
What nation have not had a part in her kingdom and gotten her spoils?
Many people have gotten the Israelite spoils. The Arabs right now are doo-dooing in our women's faces for OnlyFans and that, man. And in damn Marble Arch, man. Our pretty gals with the figure eights and that. For the OnlyFans are making Arabs doo-doo in their face for a bit of change. And they're laughing at us. They've taken our wives and made them whores. You understand? But we have done it. We made our wives whores by not keeping the commandments and the laws. You understand?
All her ornaments are taken away, and for a free woman, she is become a bond slave. And behold, our sanctuary